Hi, I'm Katy Toma, President and CEO of the Chico Chamber. And today I'm here with Michael Thomas, who is the owner of Tres Hombres, which has been on the corner of Broadway and First Street for 32 years. And so I asked Michael to share some time with me and talk about the fact that we're in the orange tier, which means he can operate inside the restaurant at 50% capacity. And then with the possibility of moving to the red tier, they would move back to 25%. So I just wanted to do a check-in with Michael, see how it was going. They put in a parklet, and it seems like every time I've driven by that there's a lot of activity. So we're just gonna get caught up. So Michael, thanks for coming today, and yay that I see people at Tres.
Well, thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure.
So so tell me about the parklet and what that's done in adding those additional seats over there on First Street.
It's been a blessing, quite honestly. We didn't get it till towards the end of August, and right around that time, we were back at 15% capacity. 25% capacity indoors. So we were able to add another 30 seats out onto the patio, and customers really liked it a lot. That alfresco sitting outside and in the sun and everything was really a blessing. It's really helped out a lot.
Well, it's very funny. You've got the flags up and kind of fluttering in the wind, and it's very fun looking. So you brought your employees back, and we were talking earlier that, I know that one of your secret sauce to success has been your staffing. And I know as a longtime customer of Tres Hombres, there's always such a consistency in service and product, and especially your margaritas, my favorite, Friday night.
Thank you, thank you.
So tell me about your employees and how it's gone with them through this season.
It's been difficult, obviously, for everybody. We had approximately 80 employees when this thing happened back in March. And I think that we're at about 55 right now, only because we've gone from opening with curbside only to opening at 50%, going back to 25, going to 0 indoors, just with outside dining only, then back up to 25, then back up to 50. And so the inconsistency of all of that, it's difficult on people. They need to know where their paycheck's going to come from. And so even at 50% capacity, we don't have enough space for all 80 employees to come back. So we've had some key employees that have moved out of the region, gone back to home, that kind of stuff. And so right now we have some new people over the last few months that have joined us, and I'm very thankful for them. Everybody is working really hard to try to make this a best pleasant experience for customers that they possibly can.
So what's happening in Butte County right now is our numbers are inching up, and we're trending up and trending to hit into the red tier very soon, actually in the next couple of weeks, if we don't get our house in order.
Yes.
And in talking to Butte County Public Health and looking at their press release from yesterday, from Tuesday, November 11th or 10th, that they stated that the increase was primarily due to people gathering for weddings, funerals, and Halloween parties. And that it really is people gathering in homes, in backyards, that are causing this uptick in cases. And I'm not sure that people understand the consequences of who pays for that. And really our local economy, it's really serious and potentially could be catastrophic to our local economy if you have to roll back to 25%, or God forbid, we go all the way back to purple and there's no inside dining. So what would that mean for Tres Hombres if you had to go back to 25%, or if you even had to go back to no inside dining?
Well, we've kind of done the math, and with winter approaching, we're going to lose the parklet patio area because there's no covering out there. And when the rains start, then just not going to be convenient for anybody to sit outside. So the rough numbers that I have for Tres Hombres is that we have to have at least 50% indoor to even have an opportunity to make it through the winter months and into springtime when we can get back outside like we were before. I have several friends in town that have restaurants that even at 50% doesn't make sense because they're on a smaller scale. My wife likes to tease me that I've complained in the past that the restaurant Tres Hombres is just too big. There's too many people. Well, now we're making use of that because I'm allowed to have enough people indoors at 50% that we can keep our key employees employed and keep the lights on and the heater bill paid and my landlord happy.
Yeah. So what would happen if you basically, so this time of year, if you had to close your inside dining, then that would.
That would be it. And so again, we're taking this pretty much starting this week because we're supposed to have some rain starting the end of this week. And then, as I like to say, my smarter than me phone says it's going to be going out there for 10, 12 days. So we'll see. But as long we have to have the 50% indoors to even have an opportunity, as I said earlier, to keep our key employees in a job and keep moving forward.
And also, we really want to encourage people to continue to do takeout and curbside service because I know, and and it's really has become a discipline for so many people that at least twice a week, maybe even more than that they're patronizing local restaurants and saying, okay, you know what, we're going to do this every Tuesday or Friday or whatever nights they are, because it's easy not to, because
Sure.
remember. So I'm sure that must have been helpful. I know that as a customer, Tres Hombres said it was very fun, especially during those hot days this summer, to get some shrimp tacos and a margarita to go.
Yes. Yeah.
And that worked out great. But you're telling me that you can't find jars.
Well, we ran out of mason jars. Apparently fall is canning season. So that plus every restaurant in California, if they want to, can do curbside pickup with drinks to go. So we found right from the beginning that the mason jars were the best way to do that. We had some friends that picked up a to-go container from another restaurant in town and the lid fell off. And so it spilled all over them before they got anywhere. So we're having a tough time finding mason jars. That's why we said if you came before, you got your mason jar to go, bring it back in and we give you a discount on your next margarita to go. So there you go.
Well, I have several. I'll bring them back. I use them as vases.
Yeah. They're better with margaritas in them, actually.
Yes, they are. They are. That's for sure. So, so what we're really encouraging people in Butte County, Chico, especially because we have the highest, population in Butte County, to really be careful, to mask, to social distance, wash your hands, and please don't gather. And gosh, the holidays are coming, and I know that people just have this propensity to gather and. And we talk around the chamber office, this is just 1 year. It's just 1 year and over the span of our lifetime that we have to get some perspective that we're all just going to have to just hang in there and, go by the guidance that are set forth with the state. And I really do like the tier system. I like it that it's by county. That we're counted in with, San Diego or LA County. And I'm sure that, Modoc County feels that way too, up there in, the northeast part of the state, though they did just go back to orange. They've got some cases up there, but really to encourage people to understand the consequences of their actions. It's just not them getting sick. It's who they come in contact, the spread, and what Danette York has said from Butte County, that the spread is with people it's not strangers, it's people in your household.
Yeah, if I may say a big thank you to all of our customers that have been coming into Tres over the last 6-7 months, is that they have just been wonderful. people, they get it. They bring their mask, they wear their mask. You know, it's hard for them not to get up and go talk to a friend at another table, but you know, they're very respectful of each other, and they're very respectful of the employees, because that was my biggest concern in the beginning, is that I've got a lot of young people that are working, and for them to be put into a position that could potentially be dangerous, it's really been a great experience for everybody. And we're doing our job. We just plexiglass the whole inside of the place, so actually it looks kind of cool. I was really surprised. I was a little concerned there for a bit, but I'm really happy the way it turned out. And so I think that we've done a really good job. Our Butte County health inspector came by a week or so ago and did his checkup, and he said we didn't have one bad thing. He said, I haven't seen that in over 5 years. So I was really pleased. I know, I was really pleased with that, and congratulate my employees for really going the extra bit to make sure everything's nice and clean.
Well, and they understand too, I'm sure, that it's their livelihood. And one of the things, when I asked you if you'd had any COVID breakouts, you know, like in the kitchen or your wait staff, and you were saying that you had one employee who had been exposed, but in fact they had been exposed in Southern California. It was they never even had a shift, so they never even came into the restaurant. So I think with the number of employees you have, the age group that you have, which is the highest demographic of the outbreak, your age. And so that really speaks highly to the integrity of your team and their commitment.
Thank you. I agree. They are doing a really good job.
Yeah. So any other last things you want to add before we sign off here?
Well, no, again, if I wanted to say thank you to everybody. Chico, like you said, came here in 1987, and we got open in 1988. And I think you mentioned earlier before we went on the video about, we had a fire and we were down the most of 2010 rebuilding. And Chico came back as a great community then, and it's doing it again now. So I really appreciate the support that we've received from everybody in Chico, and downtown needs everybody's support now too, because we've got a lot of small businesses that really need this, you know, and especially going into the holiday season. So if you guys can come downtown and do a little shopping and spread the cheer, then that would be great.
Great. Well, Michael, thank you, and take care, and just tell your team we appreciate them.
I will, and I thank you very much for having me here today. I appreciate it.
All right, take care.